Hey, what's going on, everybody? All my little trolls and trolleys and Gunpla fans and everything else. It's Friday night, early Saturday morning, about my usual 2 a.m. video time. And I decided I took care of some things. I wanted to do a video on this just to show you everything that was going on. By the way, here's a helpful tip. Vodka goes very well with Rockstar Rehab. And no, I'm not drunk. Just been a very long week. I don't want to say that I've been nervous about doing the unboxing and everything on this, because I'm not. It's just that this is one of my grails. I have to thank one of my good friends, Gunpla Fixation, for hooking me up with this. If you guys remember, I don't know, a year or two ago, I did an unboxing of the SMS version, and it was nice and all, but the difference was it only had a couple lights and it did not have the functioning motors. And I have always wanted one of these. Now, this originally came out in, I believe, 2007, so that's about 7 years ago. That's been a while. And these are few and far in between to end up getting. And now that I've made some more friends and things like that, that have taught me a lot about working with electronics. Yes, I have experience working with models and resin and very simple electronics, and but as far as the wiring that is usually involved with these, if you guys remember, I think I did a video on it, but it was the Grand System models, which is the same as this, the original manufacturer of this. I had the Sosby bust, and in 1/24 scale, and oh my god, it was just like piles of wires in this, and you had to solder everything, and even the wiring looked like a mess of spaghetti, and it was just very intimidating. So this is I'm very excited about this. I don't expect to have it done or be working on it. I might do some cleanup here and there while I'm watching videos on YouTube, just as a time killer. But I wanted to share it with you. So enough rambling. So getting into it, I think I'm going to do this in 2, maybe 3 parts. I'm not sure right now. But what I'll do is I'm going to do the overview, what comes in the bags and everything, all the parts, and then this also comes with a CD that has a bunch of, I believe, photographs and stuff on there, which I will load up and put on probably the end of this video as a slideshow. Then I'm going to pull all the parts out of the bags, separate them per section, and give you guys an overview and my thoughts of the casting and everything on it. Keep in mind there is a version 2.0 or 1.5 or 2.0, I think they're calling it, of this that is or has come out. I'm not sure what the differences are, maybe some refinement, but I'm completely content with this. Keep in mind this kit's $350. Well, it's about $300 after shipping. So you've got the front on here. You can always look them up. It's G System models. This is one of the other companies that is usually referred to as GSS or G System. But this is actually the originator of the busts. It's funny how they all end up working and copying off of each other. But this one is the creme de la creme, if you want to put it that way. So opening it up to the first page, on here you've got what they have everything bagged up in 2 bags marked A and B, C, however that is. So you've got what would be part A over here, which is all the head parts. You've got section B here, which is going to be all of your chest parts. or the base, and then you've got section C, which is your base. Now this this is set up to be able to run off of, I believe it's 4 AA's and or power supply, and I do have the power supply for that, which is awesome. And then you have other parts, which is all your electronics, screws, clear parts, your battery pack, springs, your LEDs. Let's see, what else have we got here? Decals, wire, and then I think it's funny on here they have number 55. It's lube or lubricant, but it says provide for oneself. You have to provide it yourself. But I think it's kind of funny that they have it listed on there. On what would be the 3rd page, you get some shots of this, and I think if I remember correctly, because I watched it earlier today, Seth Tuna did one, or he did the supervision on one being built, and that one was very cool. So look that up on here on YouTube. It was just recently done, I believe. Let's see here. So getting into the build part, you've got the instructions, and this is where the lube comes in, and it's for parts that end up moving and stuff. Let's see here. So this is the head crest. This is the neck piece. You can see how the wiring ends up going in there. On to the next section. You've got sides of the head. You've got the V-fin showing you how to mark and cut the tubing. You've got one of the motors that goes into the head. You've got your lighting, and you can see where the confusion comes in with the way they have the diagrams and then the wiring. Over here you've got a template that it has wire mesh that you lay over this, trace out, and then you'll end up cutting out the mesh, and that's for these side vents here. Getting into here, this is the back of the head. This is all your moving mechanics that you have to cut, be it the clear pieces or the brass tubing that comes with it. You've got how some of these pieces end up going together. You've got a tension here telling you how the LED should be, plus and minus when you're looking at the LEDs. Lots of springs. In the chest itself, you've got the second motor, the wiring diagram coming up and in, all your moving components. You've got this section over here, which is for the base, showing you how to put in the you build this all from scratch. So and I think that was it. That's it. So no instructions on here as far as how to where to put your decals, a color guide, anything like that. That is up to your imagination. Now the stats that they have on here, it's 148 pieces of resin, clear resin 8 pieces, clear mask 7. Those are going to be the pieces that go over like your eyes, your sensors, things like that. Water decal paper, decals paper, 1 sheet. Infrared sensor system, 1 set. And this is also set up for like if someone walks into the room or you walk by it or so forth, it'll activate and turn itself on and open up. Motor system 2, photo you get 3s, photo CD you get 1, and other set 1. I'm not sure what other set is, but then the stats for sizes: basic height 33.5 centimeters. It's just over a foot tall total. Head width 12.6 centimeters, about 6 inches wide. Head depth 17.2 centimeters. Let's see here. Collar depth 25.3 centimeters. Base depth 21 centimeters. Base width 15 centimeters. Kit weight 2.14 kilograms. Power use 4 AA batteries. And you can see it's dated December 2017. Alright, so getting that out of the way. Hey. Alright. So here you have the CD, and like I said, I'll pop the pictures off of here and do a slideshow at the end of this video so you guys can see that. Next up, you have a way they did this, I'm not too sure. You get a picture sheet of what was inside the manual, pretty much. You get basically get photographs of, well, not basically, you do get photographs of what's on the back of here, just a little bit different angle, but it's all the same information. So I kind of consider these worthless, but that's just me. I'm hoping with the newer versions that they have cleaned it up, because I know that these are kind of soft in detail, I guess is one way to put it. Let's see if I could open this. By the way, I'd never thought about it, and I want to thank Jim, aka Gunpla Fixation. I never thought about doing this. He uses one of those food sealers to seal the decals so that nothing ends up happening to them, which I think is a great idea. You guys can kind of get an idea of the decals through that, because it's got that waffle appearance on there. And then it got packed into this light proof silver Mylar bag. Now I know with where he lives, because he's in Florida, you probably have to be more concerned there, because it's really humid, hot and humid. Where I am, it gets hot, but we don't get any humidity. Especially now, we haven't gotten any rain. But that's still a good idea for that. Alright. So, this is weighty. No, I'm not cracking these open yet. Like I said, I'll do another video where I do an overview of all the pieces and how they lay out and what I think on them. Now, this is part of section B, and the pieces actually look really good. A lot of detail in there. I can see some thin spots on a couple of pieces. I don't know how far into production this casting was, but you can see with the size of my hand, this is the side shield of the head. And then this is the side of the head. So very cool stuff. A baggie of clear pieces. This is that spinning wheel that everybody ends up seeing. And I'm going to see if I can't figure out, because everybody's that I've seen, this wheel just kind of wobbles. So I'm going to see if I can't modify that. Some clear pieces, they look okay. They're going to have to be modified, and I'll probably end up tinting those. You get a bag of metal parts. These are all springs and everything. And then the shaft that it sits on for the neck. More for section B, which I think is going to be a majority of it. This is going to be your neck collar, or neck piece. Big old freaking chunk of resin here. Looks like the back of the piece. And probably weighs like almost a pound just by itself. Yeah, there's gonna need to be some cleaning on here for sure. I have to say, though, I got the first run of the Sosby bust. Man, that thing was so clean. But if I zoom you guys in here, bring in a little more light, you can see if I trace out where the edge is supposed to be, you've got a good chunk of slag that's in there that's going to need to be trimmed out, dremeled out. It's not horrible. This side's not too bad. Where you end up getting things like that is from, you know, they're pulling from the molds, because they're you know, usually silicone or rubber molds. When they pull it out, after a couple of pulls, it'll start pulling the rubber out because it starts deteriorating. And you know, a lot of these companies, they keep going, you know, until it's dead. The only thing that I get concerned about stuff like that is easy peasy. I get concerned when you start getting these details and stuff that end up getting ruined. There's your faceplate. Another section for section 8. This is the right side of the head. And this is going to be a lot of work, because I already know I'm going to have to deepen and clean up those panel lines. Yeah, details look pretty good. And then this is the pretty much front to back, and I want to say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9, almost 10 inches front to back on that. Miscellaneous parts, pistons. Oh, what the? That's weird. Looks like there's... when I get to it, I'm going to have to figure out what that is. There's something hot pink in there. Why is there something hot pink in my kit? For section 8, just more details. A lot of moving parts. A lot of freaking moving parts, guys. Let's see here. You have your fins. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I am a big High Nu fan. I got the 160. Now I've got the Verka. This is the base, and I can tell part of it is in there. And now to the fun or unfun part, depending on how you want to look at it. One of the things that I do like is, and I'm not going to flip it over because I don't want to give away my serial number. But you get this card with all of their kits, and this is your serial number in case you end up having any damaged parts, anything like that. You can contact them and use that. G System Shop also has that. I'm going to cover up the serial number, but it's interesting what all these companies end up saying. In case of any omission, damages, and quality dissatisfaction over particular parts of this kit, please report to your dealer with the relevant product serial number within 10 days of purchase. The serial number is shown on card. Serial number use only one time. In case of quality problem, please also provide pictures and explanation to your dealer. The parts replacement warranty is valid for the first trade transaction only, not applicable to retrading activities afterwards. So, pretty much, once you purchase the kit, if you go through it, you notice anything's missing, within 10 days, they will replace it, etc., etc. After that, you're screwed. You get the battery pack, and oh look, a whole bundle of wires. Yay. A baggie of screws, springs, what else have we got? Another baggie full of LEDs, some fiber rods, Allen screws, some rubber pieces. You get this motor, which I don't think they did metal on this one. Doesn't feel like it. I think they did resin on these. There was one. Who was it that had the? There was one of the companies that I ended up getting, or one of the kits that I got that this was actually all metal, but this is actually just resin. You can see the paint flaking off of it. It's just like gunmetal coated, and it is what it is. Let's see. You get your mesh, which I might swap out for my own brass mesh because it's much finer. You get some clear pieces here, which is for the base. And are we almost there? Are we almost there? You get the clear cover that's going to be for your sensor, which this is your motion sensor, and this is your control board here. And then you also get in the package this, and there's a brass rod slid inside of a clear rod. Both of these are going to be trimmed down and cut for certain things, but that gets used also. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned, and then I will do the slideshow after this. I will talk to you guys all later, and in my next video, hopefully should be just all these parts kind of laid out and give you an overview on them. And then I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. It's Easter weekend, and I don't know. But if you happen to be a 1/6 fan, mainly of 3A, definitely stay tuned to my channel, because I have done some trading around and swapping around, and I have a ton of 3A figures, mainly Tomorrow King, Seven Bones. I got a Choco Hunter today, which she is sexy. So a bunch of things like that. So stay tuned for that, and because I don't think that they get enough love. And I will talk to you guys all next episode. Peace.